Nanami Kento is a Grade 1 Jujutsu sorcerer who plays a crucial role in the world of sorcery. He often undertakes high-risk missions and is highly regarded for his abilities. With his neat suit and glasses, Nanami looks more like an office worker than a sorcerer. He is affectionately called Nanami by friends and colleagues. Although he is one-quarter Danish, Nanami doesn't care much about it and seems to have a fondness for bread. Nanami is someone who keeps his emotions hidden. He lives with seriousness, responsibility, and proper conduct. However, he also has a compassionate heart, as shown when he wipes a victim's tears or mercifully ends the lives of cursed victims to free them from suffering. This calm and warm demeanor earns him the trust of his peers and the respect of Gojo, who chose Nanami to mentor Itadori Yuji. Both Yuji and many others deeply admire him. Although Nanami respects Gojo, he doesn't idolize him and maintains a healthy distance. He is someone whom many young sorcerers look up to. Some even say that without Nanami's recognition, becoming a sorcerer holds no meaning. In battle, Nanami wields a weighted sword wrapped in cloth. He possesses exceptional physical strength, easily overpowering weaker opponents and withstanding blows from powerful enemies without being fazed. His physical prowess and refined technique place him in a league of his own. Nanami amplifies his power through 2 binding vows, overtime, which significantly boosts his cursed energy after working beyond 8 hours, and the innate constraints of his technique. However, he struggles against high-level techniques such as domain expansions. His signature technique is the ratio technique 7-3, which allows him to create weak points on any object or target by dividing it into a 7-3 ratio and striking precisely at that point to deal massive damage. Even formidable foes can be heavily injured by this. However, the technique is ineffective against opponents who can alter the size of their bodies, like Mahito. It's possible that the name Nanami itself is a play on the number 7, aligning with his 7-3 technique. Nanami's past is marked by loss. While studying at Tokyo Jujutsu High, he once went on a mission with Gojo and their classmate Haibara. Later, Haibara died during another mission, making Nanami confront the brutal reality of being a sorcerer. After graduating, he left the world of sorcery and pursued a career in finance, seeking a normal life. However, one day, after saving a girl from a cursed spirit and receiving her heartfelt thanks, Nanami rediscovered the true purpose of being a sorcerer. He returned to the Jujutsu world and gradually rose to become a Grade 1 sorcerer. During the Shibuya incident, Nanami was severely wounded and left on the brink of death after Mahito's attack. Despite his injuries and exhaustion, he kept fighting until the very end. Nanami once dreamed of a peaceful life by the sea, but in the end, he was drawn into the chaos of battle and sacrificed himself. In the fading moments before his death, Nanami saw Gojo and Haibara in his memories. Even though he knew the path ahead wasn't his to walk, he moved forward regardless. His death left a lasting impact on Itadori Yuji, who witnessed his sacrifice firsthand. Though Nanami's life was full of conflict and uncertainty, he never lost his kindness, not even at the end. Mei Mei is a high-ranking Jujutsu sorcerer known for her striking appearance, long braided hair, and alluring style. She always takes on missions alongside her younger brother, Woogie. Mei Mei once attended Tokyo Jujutsu High with Gojo and is acquainted with Utahime and Shoko. She's around 29 to 30 years old, making her slightly older than Gojo. Mei Mei lives by a clear principle. Money comes first. As long as she gets paid, she'll accept any mission. She previously acted as a referee during the Kyoto Goodwill event and even accepted a bribe during that incident. Later, she also took money from Gojo to recommend Yuji as a sorcerer. Mei Mei is extremely wealthy, with a bank balance exceeding 50 million yen. She is skilled in close combat and fights with a large axe. Her curse technique is blackbird manipulation, which allows her to control a flock of crows and share their vision, primarily used for scouting and surveillance. However, she also possesses a powerful attack called Bird Strike, which turns a crow into a kamikaze bomb that crashes into the enemy with explosive force. An attack that only someone like Gojo can withstand. That said, Mei Mei is unable to use domain expansion, putting her at a disadvantage when facing special-grade cursed spirits. Kusakabe Atsuya is the second-year homeroom teacher at Tokyo Jujutsu High and a Grade 1 sorcerer. With his short black hair, ever-present lollipop, and a traditional Japanese sword at his side, Kusakabe comes across as cold and quiet. However, he's actually quite timid and tends to avoid dangerous battles whenever possible. Despite not possessing a cursed technique, Kusakabe reached Grade 1 through sheer combat prowess and exceptional swordsmanship. He can detect cursed energy and has gone up against numerous powerful cursed spirits during the Shibuya incident. Kusakabe wields the new shadow-style swordsmanship, using techniques like quick draw and simple domain, a countermeasure against domain expansions. His fighting style is somewhat reminiscent of Maki Zenin and Toji Fushiguro. Yaga Masamichi is the deputy principal of Tokyo Jujutsu High and a Grade 2 sorcerer. Although his appearance is imposing, with a shaved head, a muscular build, and a thick beard, he firmly believes that education is the best way to help students grow. Every student wishing to enroll must go through a personal interview with him. Yaga was formerly the teacher of Gojo and Shoko, and he remained deeply concerned for them, despite their rebellious behavior. Yaga is the creator of the puppet technique and gave life to Panda, a sentient puppet capable of emotion and speech. Panda is a fearless combatant who never backs down from a fight and continues battling relentlessly. Zenin Ogi, the father of Naoya, Maki, and Mei, is the 16th generation head of the Zenin clan. Though he is 71 years old and struggles with alcoholism, he remains physically powerful and highly skilled in combat. Ogi values strength above all else and has little regard for the weak, especially his daughter Maki. When Maki left the clan, he was willing to kill her to preserve the clan's traditions. Ogi's curse technique is Hour Hand, which allows him to manipulate the motion of anything he touches by dividing a single second into smaller segments. If his opponent fails to move at the exact required speed, they are instantly frozen in place. However, Ogi is not the official heir to the Zenin clan. Naobito Zenin is the head of the Zenin clan, known for his short temper, arrogance, and emotionally distant nature. Like many in the Zenin family, Naobito holds firm to traditional values and looks down on those with weaker abilities, even family members. He frequently clashed with Maki and once threatened her, using his authority to block her progress. Despite Satoru Gojo's importance to the Jujutsu world, Naobito once declared indifferently that he wouldn't mind if the Zenin clan were to collapse. As a special grade 1 sorcerer and clan head, Naobito was respected for his incredible speed and strength. He was a master of projection sorcery and regarded as the fastest sorcerer after Satoru Gojo. Although he couldn't perform a domain expansion, he could counter domains using the technique Falling Blossom Emotion. Naobito once fought the powerful curse Dagon alone, forcing it to focus 70% of its power on him. Even after losing an arm during the battle, he endured the pain and fought back. He used his blinding speed and expert martial arts to overwhelm enemies with rapid, fierce attacks. Beyond his speed, Naobito's raw power made him a formidable opponent. He unleashed relentless high-speed assaults, leaving enemies no time to react. His strength was sufficient to damage even special-grade cursed spirits. Even after Dagon evolved, Naobito was able to launch him across the battlefield with a barrage of heavy strikes. However, due to the events that unfolded during the Shibuya incident, Naobito never returned, marking his end in Chapter 138. Zenin Naoya is the son of Naobito and a special-grade sorcerer of the Zenin clan. Handsome and well-dressed, Naoya speaks with a Kansai dialect, a rarity in the series. Despite his polished appearance, he is arrogant, ruthless, and harbors extreme patriarchal beliefs. His sole ambition is to become the head of the Zenin clan, and he is even willing to accept his father's death if it serves that goal. Naoya is the embodiment of the rot festering within the Zenin clan. In Chapter 138, although he believed he had become the rightful heir through his father's will, a final clause unexpectedly gave Megumi the opportunity to inherit the position instead. Naoya holds deep contempt for women and has insulted Maki and Mei purely because of their gender. Naoya possesses a unique technique that allows him to defend himself by releasing cursed energy at the moment he is attacked. This is a defensive technique rather than an offensive one, and it is exclusive to him. He is considered one of the strongest members of the clan, having openly looked down on even his father, Zenin Ogi, and other high-ranking sorcerers. In terms of raw power, Naoya is regarded as one of the top-tier individuals in the Zenin family. Aoi Todou is a third-year student at Kyoto Jujutsu High and the strongest fighter at the school despite his young age. With his tall, muscular frame and tied dreadlocks, he's humorously nicknamed Gorilla Chonmage. Born into a prestigious Jujutsu family, Todou has been able to see cursed spirits since elementary school. He was introduced to the world of Jujutsu by none other than Tsukumo Yuki. Todou has a quirky and combative personality, and he evaluates others based on their taste in women. If someone shares his preferences, he immediately considers them a best friend. His bizarre behavior and goofy antics often draw complaints from peers, and he isn't highly regarded for his personality. However, Todou is fiercely loyal and always supports his friends, especially Itadori Yuji, during critical moments. Despite his rough appearance, Todou is surprisingly attentive to grooming and cleanliness. He's a passionate fan of Takada-chan, a tall idol, and once traveled to Tokyo just to attend one of her handshake events. His love for her runs deep. He even fantasizes about marrying and having children with her. In terms of power, Todou is among the top Jujutsu sorcerers of his generation. He has taken down multiple high-level cursed spirits on his own and is held in high regard by Gojo Satoru. While he primarily fights using brute strength, Todou also has a sharp tactical mind and uses simple domain defensively when needed. His cursed technique, Boogie Woogie, allows him to switch the positions of two objects imbued with cursed energy within a certain range. With a clap of his hands and intent, he can swap people, spirits, or even inanimate objects. This ability is especially effective in multi-combat scenarios, creating chaos among enemies. Todou has also learned simple domain to counter dangerous techniques. Aoi Todou is a well-rounded Jujutsu sorcerer with strength, strategy, and unwavering loyalty. Aside from Todou, The Zenin family still has many noteworthy members, such as Toji and Ogi, whose stories are expected to be explored further in the future. And that wraps up our exploration of the 8 strongest Grade 1 Jujutsu sorcerers in Jujutsu Kaisen. Thank you for watching until the end. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. See you next time.